Hi, all my crafting friends. Welcome to another episode of Mystery Stamping. Today is May 16th and it's 11 o'clock here in Indiana. And so, if you don't know what mystery stamping is where you use the supplies that you have for this type of card, and I use the supplies that I have. And so I will give you dimensions for cardstock and DSP, sometimes ribbon, and then you cut out your bits and pieces wherever you're at. And then I have my bits and pieces cut out here. And then I will show you the card design on the either video if you're watching the recording, or if you are crafting with me live, then you would make your card alongside me. And so I try to go slow enough that people can um, craft with me, and sometimes throughout the time will recap. And so that is what mystery stamping is. You get card ideas and different things, and you get to use the supplies that you have. And so I do this for inspiration and keep your crafting juices going and things like that. And so I really enjoy doing mystery stamping. And there are times that I will design the card weeks in advance, and then I will look at the measurements that I gave myself and gave out to everyone, and then I have to figure it all out again to what I was planning to do. So that way I can understand what you all go through with the clues. And so I am Lisa Fulford. Welcome to my crafting studio, and let's get started with our mystery stamping card. So for the card, I printed out the clues, and it kind of I started losing my colored ink, which that's fine. I didn't feel like I needed to print another one. But anyway, I have our card base cardstock to be 11 inches by 4¼ inches, and then I scored it at 4¼ and 5½. I'll grab those bits and pieces right here. So this one, 4¼ by 11, and then it's scored at 4¼ and it's scored at 5½ right here. And let's see if I can't get a little bit more light right here. That looks a little dark right there. Maybe that'll do. All right, and so then our basic white, or it can be very vanilla depending on your DSP that you're using, is, let's see, I have a 4x4 piece for the inside, and then I have this piece for my sentiment, and I have some extra white pieces. It's always nice to have extra white ones, white little pieces on your crafting table, for in case you don't like the sentiment that you used, or if you want a different shape. So I keep a few close by. And then the designer series paper, design number 1 is 4x4, so I didn't put portrait or anything because it's just a square, so I have that one. And then the design number 2 is a 1" by 4" and there's 2 of those, and so I have that. And then I have little pieces of die cuts, or like I punched these out, and these are the bow punch. And so I have some linen twine here, and so we will get started. I'm gonna move that out of the way. And you can use whatever sentiments that you have on hand for what type of card that you're looking to make. And so I didn't list any stamp sets or anything. So we're going to take this regular, it's a regular card size, but we're going to fold that in half. And I've already, folded mine because I slipped whenever I was doing the scoring. And so I have this little bit of a mess up here, and I was checking it to make certain that it wouldn't show, and I don't think that it will. And then once you've creased it in half at that 5½ mark, you're going to fold back on the other one, and you're going to crease that way. And so you kind of have this funny Z fold. All right. And then what I'm going to do is take this one little strip, the 1 inch by 4 inch. I'm going to add some glue to that. And then I'm going to adhere it down on this front part. So like here is the card. And so on this part here, where it folds back to itself, that's where I'm going to add my DSP. Sure. The glue gets clogged every now and then. There we go. So I'm going to add that right here. And I'm just centering it on that little section. And I'll hold that for a moment. Then I'll take my next piece of DSP and I'm going to add glue to the back of that. And then I'm going to add that right here on the front. Now, you can either go this way with your design or you can go this way. I'm going to have mine be a portrait, but it can go either way. That is why I did not give directional. It is whatever you wish, because this one can be either way. All right, so now we have that. I'm going to take my linen thread. I'm going to slip it up underneath there. Grab me some scissors. And I'm going to tie my linen thread right here on that little 1 1/4 inch piece right here. I'm going to pull it tight, put my finger on that, and then I'm going to make it into a knot so that I can slip it right up underneath my finger. That way it stays tight, and then I can tie it in a bow. When I'm using linen thread, I find that to be the easiest. There we go. And if you want to tighten that bow, you just hold that knot in the center. You can make your tails as big or as little as you want. So far, that's our card. All right, so now then I'm going to take and add, you can add a sentiment to the inside if you wish. I wait until I decide who I'm giving things to, and then pick the sentiment that fits them. So I'm going to put this right down here at the bottom of the inside. Like that. And then I'm going to add glue to this section here where the linen thread is. And I'm going to stay in between the two score lines. I'm making a book bound fold. I'm going to flip this over. Sometimes with that linen thread in there, it doesn't adhere quite as quickly as you would think. Okay, I'm going to open that up and then score this way. Make certain that it sticks well, clear to the edge. So now then you can either put it in on the side like this, or you can put it in at the bottom down here. And then I did have, let's see, I'll take this little edge piece here, and I'm going to just fussy cut that out. I'm not getting real close. I want to have a little bit of white. That way I know that I'm not cutting the actual flower and stuff. All right, so this is a way to use some of your straight edges. So I could put it down here, or I could put it on the side here. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put that kind of coming off that edge there. So I'm just going to set my strip there for now. And just add some glue. Add it to my edge. And then I'm going to take and add my strip at the bottom. Come up near that flower. Leave a little strip of white at the bottom. So far, this is our card. We added our strip of our DSP. We added this strip, this 4x4 piece to the front. It could be portrait or landscape. We added our white strip on the inside. Then we put glue on that strip that between the two score lines on the inside, and then pressed it down. And then we've added a little bit of embellishments on the inside, and then our second strip of that DSP on the inside. And then I have this, You're in My Thoughts Today, and it came from the Thoughtful Expressions stamp set right here. And I have the I think it's the Modern Oval Punch, maybe. It's the one that they can't seem to keep it in stock, but it is, when I checked today, I ordered one for a customer today. It is in stock right now, but it is on very low inventory. So I used that, and I just basically had stamped, and then I put it in like this, and then punched it. That way it made it with flat edges and made it a little narrower. So that's how I did that. And so I have this here, and I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the two edges of that. And I'm going to take, I'll take this little bow piece right here, and this little bit bigger one right there. Hold it. I want this one over here, like that. All right, so now I got glue on my fingers. Rub that off, and then grab me some dimensionals. I'm going to help hold those on by putting the dimensionals right over the top of them. Like that. Once the glue is dried, it will hold just fine. Then we're going to come down here and add it to our card front. Make certain that you don't extend too far past that. So here is the first card, and I do have a second one cut out, and so we'll make that also. Get this glue off my counter. All right, so there's the one that I just made. So I'll set that over there, and here is what I'm going to do. Now I do have an inside piece cut, even though it's a white base. All right, so I'm going to fold this in half. Fold this back. Just makes it more prominent so you can see where you're going to glue your pieces down to. And I'm going to add some glue. Put down my piece. I am going to add this to the inside, and it's just because it gives it a little something extra. To just be in the card base. Put that right down there. Bring in that linen thread again. I love linen thread. I have 2 or 3 rolls of it all the time. It doesn't add much bulk to your card, and it ties nicely. Slide that right under my finger. Let's keep that really tight. Let's slide that into place still. And tie my bow. When I have sticky fingers, it makes it harder to tie this linen thread. All right, and then you put your finger on the knot and pull the ends, little tails. There we go. Trim. Take and add our, I'll go ahead and glue that down. Then we'll add our front. That. Back. Add the glue to the back of our 4" by 4" piece. And then put our piece on the inside. Now I don't have one of those flowers, but there are flowers on this, so I thought it would be too much to add another flower. Okay, so there's that. And then let's see. Here's one that says, enjoy your day. Let's see if I've got, grab a, oh, I've got one right here. A block. And I think instead of it being in the Melon Mambo ink like that one is, I think I'll use Memento. Make certain it'll fit on there. I'll tap lightly and don't wiggle. Oops. Not too bad. Going to cut this at an angle on this one end. Add a few dimensionals to the back. I'll do the minis. That's what I grabbed. Like that. Bring this over here. And just add that right there. And there is our second card. So I hope that you like this card design, and we'll give this a try. And join me next time for mystery stamping on May 30th. So I try to have mystery stamping about every 2 weeks. And so you get a lot of neat card ideas, and you can use whatever papers you have, whatever cardstock that you have. It doesn't have to be Stampin' Up. I just happen to use Stampin' Up because I'm a demonstrator. So there we go. We've got, card number 2 and card number 1. So I hope that you will give this a try. And if you do, go to my Facebook page, Creative Coach Lisa Fulford, and I make a post of our cards, and then just drop it in the comments and let me see your creations, because I love seeing what other people make. And so thank you for joining me for this mystery stamping, and catch me on the replay if you weren't able to be here for in person. So happy stamping. Thank you.